Hello, my friends. I am El Cachorro. And it's been a while since I've made a regular video. So today we have El Cachorro versus WWE Fastlane that I watched last night on the WWE Network. You can subscribe for $9.99 and get WrestleMania for... Oh wait, they're not paying me. So let's do our review of the show. I have notes. So we start off. No, we're not doing the pre-show. I didn't watch that. So stuff happened there. Don't care. But the show opens up with the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match between Shane McMahon and The Miz versus the Usos. Well, I mean, for being a Shane McMahon match, and we all know that he's not going to put on. He's not like Ricochet. It's anybody who can put on a very high performing show. You know what you're getting from the Shane McMahon match, and he delivered it. Typical Shane McMahon stuff. We did get an alteration of the coast to coast where he actually intercepted, I believe it was Jimmy Uso, in midair when Jimmy Uso was going for a dive on the Miz. It was an okay match, decent for what it is. The Usos pulled off the victory by pinning the Miz after he tried to do a frog splash off the top rope and got kneed and rolled up for a quick pin. Of course, Miz's dad was also in the crowd. So at the end, the biggest thing that happened in this match then would be the aftermatch. After going over and Miz hugging his dad and Miz starts to walk off, Shane attacks him from behind. We have a Shane McMahon heel turn. Because God knows we've never seen that before. So I guess we're going to get a Shane McMahon and Miz WrestleMania match. Because we just need more old people matches on the card. I mean, we're going to get Hunter and Batista. So hey, let's just keep adding these old dudes onto the show. But hey, whatever. So that was the kickoff match. All right. Then you have Elias come out and he does a song making fun of Cleveland, making fun of The Miz. Not a bad song at all. Then we have the Mandy Rhodes versus Asuka match for the SmackDown Women's title. It was a fairly average match. I mean, we know Asuka's capable of a lot more, but we know that they're not really giving her any kind of leeway to do anything, so her matches are just blah. It wasn't horrible, so it was decent. Mandy was okay. The match ends by Sonya Deville. I have no idea what the hell they were trying to do in this. She was lifting up the ring apron to get a kendo stick out underneath, but she left the ring apron up. Mandy whips into the ropes, trips over the ring apron, then gets hit with the Asuka's kick and gets pinned. And there's tensions between Sonya and Mandy now, and that ending just didn't make sense at all. It was just kind of stupid. I mean, I would have liked it better if Sonya would have went to hit Asuka with the kendo stick and missed and hit Mandy by mistake would have been better. But having her trip, which the replay shows, she didn't really trip. That was a forced trip, obviously. So it wasn't even that good of a sell. So I was like, okay, that's kind of dumb. Hopefully they can give Asuka something better at WrestleMania, but I highly doubt it. Because there's no women on SmackDown. From there, we continued a segment with Kofi, who was told during the pre-show that the McMahons wanted to talk to him about the championship match. So he's waiting at Mr. McMahon's office. Supposedly he's been waiting there since the pre-show for like an hour. The New Day shows up. They barge into the office. And Mr. McMahon announces that the SmackDown Championship is now a triple threat match. And tells Kofi the match is next for him to go to the ring. So they're adding Kofi to the match the day of the match. Like, that's just stupid, because you've already lost a lot of people that were going to watch it because of that. But lo and behold, it's a swerve. Kofi's actually in a triple or handicap match against the Bar. Haha, Vince, you're funny. And he gets a little offense. Of course, the Bar, though, ends up beating the living crap out of him. It's just, like a two on one handicap match kind of match. It was fairly boring. So far we've had 2 average matches, and that match was like a 2-star. I have no idea what they were going for there. We get an interview with the women's title holders. Then we have another song with Elias making fun of Kofi and Miz again. Pretty funny song. Pretty, so the Elias segment still does pretty good. They catch Shane in the back. He won't talk, of course, so no big, so nothing exciting still happening there. Then we have the Raw triple threat tag team bouts between Ricochet and Aleister Black, Revival, and Rude and Chad Gamble. I couldn't remember his name. This match was actually really good. A lot of good spots, and there's some huge spots in this match. Of course, there are the Ricochet and Aleister Black spots. Including one moment that I actually kind of surprised no one got killed on, where Ricochet's on the top rope with somebody, and they're facing like there's the ring, so they're on the turnbuckle, and here's the announce tables, and a bunch of people over here. So Ricochet Herner Karadas him off the turnbuckle into the people. Didn't get a lot of distance because they kind of came straight down. Looked like they hit their heads on the apron. So it was like, kind of a scary moment at first. But everybody turned out. But it was still pretty sweet. And even though they didn't get the distance. And then there was a shot in the match where we had 2 guys over here. Ricochet was over here fighting, I think it was somebody in the Revival. And over in this corner, you had Gamble. And then there were a bunch of people over here fighting. Ricochet takes off from this corner and completely leaps over the turnbuckle and nails all the people on the outside of the ring. I was like, oh my god. Of course, while he's jumping over the turnbuckle, Chad Gamble tags himself in by tagging Ricochet as he flies past him. And then we end up... So those are the 2 best spots of the whole night, actually. And, of course, then the match goes on for a little bit longer, and the Revival withheld their title, win and keep their titles. We didn't have a 4-way match for the USA belt, the same one we just had from SmackDown, with The Truth, Andrade, Rey Mysterio, and Samoa Joe. We got some good spots in this match, too. It was not a bad match at all. I mean, we had the Carmella and Vega go at each other. I don't understand why this has not become a match yet. I mean, are they both settled in on is Carmella completely a valet now? It was a pretty decent match, though. Samoa Joe gets the win. I believe he got Rey Mysterio in the heat of clutch, and Rey Mysterio passed out in 5 seconds. He didn't tap; he passed out. They made sure to mention that. Then we get the women's title match. The Boss and Hug versus Nia and Tamina. Oh, boy. This would have been the worst match of the night until something else happens later. So we have Sasha botching spots, Nia's botching spots. I mean, the only one that actually did good this match was Bayley. Everyone else was kind of botching their spots. Very sloppy match. Of course, Boston Hug ended up winning. And Nia and them go nuts and start beating them up after the show. Beth Phoenix has been announcing, so she gets somehow caught in the middle of this, and they beat up Beth Phoenix, and Natalya comes out, and they beat up Natalya, and we're left with Nia and Tamina standing strong after beating up everybody. Yay. Please tell me this is the end of their tag team runs. God forbid we can't let Bayley and Sasha take on a good tag team like the Sky Pirates from NXT. everybody else from NXT is getting a shot. So high. That would be a winning thing there for you. So that match was lame. Then we get the SmackDown Championship match. So we have Daniel Bryan in the ring and Kevin Owens in the ring. And they announced it's a triple threat match. So everybody's like, wait a minute, it's still a triple threat match? We thought that was a swerve on Kofi. The third person in the match show is Mustafa Ali, who gets put in the match out of nowhere. I mean, what the hell's the point of this shit? Just add people for no reason to the match at the day of the match? But Kevin Owens and Daniel Bryan wasn't good enough in the match? Okay. Fairly was not a bad match at all. It was actually a really good match. The most noticeable thing during this match, though, was the crowd chanted, "We want Kofi," the entire match, extremely loud. So not only are you, I guess they're obviously setting up giving Kofi the WrestleMania shot. That would be my guess. I would think that's what they're going with. Maybe not. But it's kind of too good for your other wrestlers when someone else is like, people were hating on Ali for being in the match, and everybody's getting chanted in the other ones. But some good spots. Of course, Rowan gets involved a little bit, but a lot of good spots. It was a very good, entertaining match. Ends with Bryant pinning Ali to retain his title. So I guess that's why he got added, so he could get pinned, not Owens. Other than that, not quite sure. Then we get one of the most anticipated matches of the night. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. If Becky needs to win to get in the WrestleMania match to make it a triple threat, will she win? Gee, wow, I don't know. So, Becky's hobbling around on her one leg. This knee injury. She's really got a knee injury, or well, they can't. There's no way she's don't take any stuff. Drop the knee injury thing already. This point it gets lame. I don't know what you're trying to gain with it. Try to help, because you don't need it to get her over more. So they're kind of just going back and forth a little bit, and then they kind of get in a tussle, and they're going for the moves, and then as soon as Charlotte kind of gets the figure four on Becky, Ronda Rousey comes out to the ring, stands over them both, then punches Becky Lynch. And then goes stands in the corner to wait for the announcer to say by winner disqualification, Becky Lynch, and she's now in the WrestleMania match. And then Ronda's kind of, I don't know if we call it a smile, but then she leaves. So she unpurposely got Becky the win by disqualification to get Becky in the match. This was the stupidest, lamest thing ever. So you have bet Ronda turn heel, and she's then she's gonna go out to make sure that she gets a triple threat match at WrestleMania for her title. Doesn't really make a lot of sense there. Now this took beat the women's tag title for now the worst match of the night, because it made no sense. It was just a totally pointless match, shortened to give it a quick ending. Then we go to the main event, which is the Shield together for the last time versus the Baron and his buddies for a Shield match, for a Roman Reigns match, which, hey, I'm happy to do Big Cancer. He's still a crappy ring performer. He has two moves. He punches and he spears. I guess when he's got when he has the whole Shield with him, he can do a triple power bomb. That's his moveset, people. That's it. Go watch a Roman Reigns match. That's all he does. It's Superman punch, spear, and possibly a power bomb. So so not really expecting a lot for this match. It actually was fairly entertaining. I'll give him the kudos on that. They actually put on a pretty good entertaining match. Because Seth and Dean were, of course, doing all their spots to make it even better. I mean, they're diving off roofs, fighting in the crowd, jumping off crowd banners from the crowd. I mean, the match was really good because of what they were doing. And then Roman was just doing his, keeping up with his stuff in the ring. So that match actually, though, was not too bad at the end. And that was the end of the card. End of the Shield. Oh, Shield won. Sorry, I forgot that part. Shield wins. They do their little pose off as the show ends. And we're now on our way to WrestleMania, which I will also hope to review. So, overall, this card was not very impressive. I mean, well, the card itself looked like it should have been better, but the performance was less to be impressed by. A lot of matches were average. A couple of the matches were bad. There was only a few matches that excelled. And like I said, the Shield match was good because mostly the other people. The triple threat match for the title was good. And what was the other one? Oh, the tag team match with Ricochet and Aleister Black was good because mostly Ricochet and Aleister Black. So overall, I'm giving this show a C-. Because there's 3 good matches. The only reason you got a C, otherwise this was a D show. Very unimpressed. And there is El Cachorro's review of Fastlane. Thank you. And I will see you soon.